Hi, Eureka kids. I hope you guys are all doing well at home with your families. I wanted to share with you one of my most favorite stories called Caps for Sale. If you know any of the words in this story, you can help say it at home. Caps for Sale, told and illustrated by Esphyr Slobodkina. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on the top of his head. First, he had his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very, very top, you see them there, they were red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. He didn't want them to fall. As he went along, he called, "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, help me out here, "Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Nobody wanted any caps that morning. Not even a red one. He began to feel pretty hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll take a walk in the country." And he walked out of town. Slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put his hand up to feel. He wanted to make sure they were straight. First, his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and right up top are the, red caps. They were all there. So he went to sleep. And he slept for a long time. The sun was moving. When he woke up, he was refreshed and he was rested, ready to go. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were all in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked and back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? I think he saw that too. That's right. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey there was a gray, a brown, a blue, a red cap. Look at them all. They're all up there. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis." Not very cooperative monkeys. This made the peddler angry. So he shook both hands at them and said, I'm going to try it. You monkeys, you give me back my caps. Uh-oh. But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and said, tis, tis, tis. Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, you monkeys, you better give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, tis, tis, tis. Ooh, by this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and he shouted, you monkeys, you must give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, tis, tis, tis. At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, he threw it on the ground, and he began to walk away. He's angry. I might call that frustrated, too. He is very frustrated. But then something happened. Each monkey pulled off his cap. All the green caps, all the red caps, all the blue caps, and even those red caps came flying down out of the tree. It's like raining caps. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, and you can help me out with this part if you remember, caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. Right over here in little letters it says the end. Thank you for listening to one of my favorite stories. I look forward to reading more stories with you later. Bye, TK Kids.